everybody. I've got a quick video for you. In my little Christmas update, I mentioned that I'd won a couple of prizes, and they've now both arrived. The first one that I won, which we're going to have a look at tonight, was from a very generous subscriber appreciation giveaway by That's Paps Knife 63. I'll put a link in the box. I suggest you check out his channel. He's got quite a good collection, and seems like a proper decent sort of man. Bit of an old school gentleman, I would say. So if you join me at the desktop, and I'll show you what's arrived. Okay, so here is my prize parcel. I've added some bits of gaff tape just to block out the personal information, and straight off, bit of a confession. It's all sealed up now, but when it arrived, this was the first thing I noticed. It's been opened and examined by Her Majesty's Customs. So I have actually had a sneaky look inside already, just to see what the implications of that were. But nevertheless, we're going to open her up, and you can see what I found when I did this bit the first time round. So I think what I'll do is, this is filling the field of view quite a bit, so I'll just move the box off to one side. And then the first thing was one of these. Seizure notice. Never had one of these before. The following items: two flick knives. This is supposed to be the bloody government, who can't even string a sentence together, but never mind. Anyway, and one gravity knife. Now I'm assuming from memory that two of the knives were assisted opening, and I think one was just a plain flipper. So you may be able to describe two of them as flick knives, but I really don't see that the other one was a gravity knife at all. Anyway, this basically gives me two options. I can make a claim to get the knives, which involves going to court, a civil court, but heard by a magistrate nonetheless, and they decide who wins and who pays the costs. So there's quite a big disincentive there. The other option is to ask for restoration, which is basically, I ask them very, very nicely if they'll give me the knives, and they already advised me that it's their policy to answer that question with a flat no. So, yeah, bit of a shame really. I know Aussie Mark has seen a couple of these and he's not best pleased with them, so that's my first one. Anyway, we'll move on. Don't want to get bitter and twisted. This was a very generous third prize. Names drawn out of a hat. What we have got is a pair of torches, flashlights, with AAA batteries. These look very useful actually. They're rated at 8 lumens, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the 12-hour runtime. And if you've got a power cut and you don't know whether the power's going to be out all night or not, then a nice long runtime is going to be very useful. And you don't necessarily want big floodlights on. You may just want to put a little light in a corner somewhere just as a safety thing, so that you can see where the boundaries of the room are when the power's out. And also very, very useful, rather than the big flash Cree flashlights, multiple hundreds of lumens that tend to run on CR123s, this runs on AAAs, and if you haven't got any AAAs in and the power goes out, most people are going to be able to rob the batteries out of a remote control or two. So they are going to come in very handy. I think there'll be one in the kitchen drawer and the other one either in the car or in the in one of the drawers in the main living room, just so that we know where there's a flashlight to hand should everything go black. So that's that. And then on to the knives. First of all we have, I'll just move that a little bit, Rough Rider, little peanut knife, I believe the term is. So we've got the bone or bone effect scales, single clip point, slip joint as you imagine from the style. Just give you a quick look. So that's just a shade over 5 inches, maybe 5 1/4. And for size comparison, the usual Victorinox Spartan copy, but exactly the same size and shape. So that is a lovely little pocket knife. I think you could quite happily stick that in your pocket every day and you won't really notice it in the way, but it would be very handy when you need it. So that's that one. Then the other one is a bit of a different kettle of fish. It's another Rough Rider, it's another traditional one. This is a humongous trapper. Now have a look at that. I'll just check that that's actually on camera. The trapper closed is not far off the size of the Victorinox Spartan fully open. If we open the big spay blade, not spay blade, so, there we go, slightly drop point I think. Look at the state of that, isn't that fabulous? Absolutely huge. And the 440 razor sharp steel, it says on the blade there. I've got some paper to hand, so we can confirm that. That's really nice actually, that's really nice. Oh, and then the other blade, now I'll have to be careful here because I think this is quite capable of slicing a finger end off. Look at that. That huge back spring has got a good action. Here on the clip point we have more of a sabre grind, but again I'm expecting the razor sharp. Yeah, that's lovely, very smooth. The generous donor, that's Paps Knife 63, said in his video that it's not been sharpened, so that's just the factory edge. Very impressive, very substantial, and as you can see, the difference between the two is quite remarkable. But two different knives for two different jobs, both of them lovely. I'm very pleased indeed. This was the first prize I ever won on YouTube. I've got my flashlights, I've got my little pocket knife, and I've got my huge big monster. So check out, that's Paps Knife 63. He's a really nice chap, he's got a cracking collection, very dry sense of humour. I recommend his channel thoroughly, and I'm very grateful to receive my third prize in his subscriber appreciation giveaway. So I'm going to go off and open my flashlights, put my batteries in. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.